Right now, there are millions, and I mean millions of people out there with the exact same goal. They want to lose some excess body fat. But let's be real for a second. Only a fraction of them are actually going to be successful. So in this explainer, I want to help you become one of them. And we're going to start by looking at the real reason most people fail. Okay, so let's get right into it. If we want to figure out how to win this game, we first have to understand why so many people lose. So what's the big mistake? What's the common thing that just completely derails so many people on this journey? You've probably heard the basic science a million times, right? You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat, and that is 100% true. It's only when your body is burning more calories than you're taking in that it starts to tap into those fat reserves. But believe it or not, this is exactly where most people go completely off the rails. They start focusing only on the calories, just manically counting every single one, trying to save every last calorie they can. And this slide, this just lays it out perfectly. It really breaks down the two different paths you can take. On one side, you've got the unsustainable sprint. The focus there is just calories. The whole experience is exhausting, and what's the result? Burnout and that horrible yo-yo effect we all dread. But the other path? That's the sustainable marathon. Here, the focus totally shifts to satisfaction. The experience is practical, and the result? Well, that's real long-term success. And this right here, this is the most important mindset shift you could possibly make. Seriously, if you take one thing away today, let it be this. Weight loss is a marathon, not a sprint. If you treat it like a frantic race to the finish line, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. So here's the absolute key. Sustainability is just as important as managing your calories. A truly sustainable plan combines the two. See, it's not just about what you're cutting out of your diet. It's about being genuinely happy and satisfied with what you're putting in. Think about it. If your diet makes you miserable, it's pretty much doomed to fail from the start, right? And all of this means we have to completely reframe the problem. We've got to stop asking ourselves the old, unhelpful question and start asking a much, much smarter one. Right. So instead of obsessing over how can I cut the most calories possible, the question you really need to be asking yourself is this. How can I cut calories sustainably? That one little word changes everything. It puts the focus right back where it needs to be, on a practical plan you can actually live with for the long haul. So how do we actually do that? Well, it all comes down to a really practical framework. A diet that you can actually stick with is built on what I like to call the 3 pillars of satisfaction. And it's really this simple. Pillar number 1 is satiety. That just means you need to feel full and satisfied, not like you're constantly starving. Pillar 2, tastiness. Come on, the food has to actually taste good. And pillar number 3 is practicality. It just can't be some huge, complicated chore to prepare your meals. If you can check all 3 of these boxes, trust me, losing fat is going to feel surprisingly easy. So really, your whole mission boils down to this one simple goal. Your job is to find a collection of foods that are low in calories, that you genuinely enjoy eating, and that are super simple to prepare. That's it. That's the magic formula. Okay, so what do these foods actually look like? Well, you start by building the foundation, the base of your diet with these key groups. First, you want to load up on protein sources. I'm talking meat, fish, eggs, beans, tofu. These are amazing for keeping you feeling full. Then you just add tons and tons of vegetables, fruits, and berries to your meals. But let's be honest, just a base can be pretty boring. So this is how we solve for that tastiness pillar without piling on a bunch of extra calories. Get creative with spices and herbs. And you absolutely have to become best friends with low-calorie sauces. Things like tomato sauce, soy sauce, hot sauce, or even sauces you whip up yourself with a yogurt base. These are your secret weapons for amazing flavor. All right, let's talk about the final piece of this puzzle, your path to long-term success. This is all about putting these ideas into action and balancing your diet for the real world, not some perfect imaginary world. Look, this is not about being a perfect robot. It's about learning the art of the trade-off because life is going to happen. If you're at a birthday party and there's cake, have a piece of cake. Enjoy it. You just balance it out. Maybe for dinner that night, you skip the rice and just have steak and veggies. See? It's a flexible system, not a crazy, rigid set of rules. So, the most important point, the thing that really summarizes this whole philosophy, is this. A diet you are happy with is a diet you can stick to. Your satisfaction is literally the engine that drives your consistency. And what I really want you to take away from all this is an incredibly empowering idea. Just start experimenting. Find that collection of healthy meals that you truly love, and once you do, you're not on some temporary diet anymore. You are set for life. So I'll leave you with just one last thought to chew on. After all these years of being told to restrict this, deprive that, and cut back on everything, what if the real secret to finally losing weight isn't about restriction at all? What if it's all about finding true satisfaction?
If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you.